Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Nifty move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Forward.
They go play action with Jackson. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Man, that is one fearless wide receiver right there because he knows he's going to take a shot, and he did. That's one of those situations where you know you're going to feel one way or the other, so you might as well hang on to it, and he does for good yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Niner defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. T. Higgins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, 49ers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Willis now off play action. And that'll be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a 2nd and 10. Willis with a quick throw out wide. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready,
So they'll come up
break.
first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Dragon 60. 70 Timberwolves.
Willis. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Willis looking to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
49er first down.
Come on. Drop 60. Drop Panther 6. Viking 18.
Willis looks to pass it here. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here. A lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Second down and 6 now.
No, we change it.
Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Once again, it's Brooks. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19.
Back to throw, Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Cowboy 80. 19, Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Niners at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away their timing.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Hey, 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 40-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Bronco switch. Down.
They'll try it now with Brooks. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
60 Maverick.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Let's go. Panther 11. Say, hey.
Now Willis. He's got it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Coup for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Isaiah Likely from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out. And caught it up! And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Second and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Jackson. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. James Cook with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, but both of those units in there kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw, Willis. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
To throw, here's Willis. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good passing down here. They send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Willis wants to pass it again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
18.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. That's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Cool knocks this one through the post. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now it's Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Officially that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And they're able to get this one across the 35. All the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Willis. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Willis. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mustang 19, 70 Lions, Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Now Willis to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
70 Timberwolves.
To throw, here's Willis. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
At the 35-yard line. Jack Fox.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Check. Liking 18.
Now Willis. Short throw to Smith. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Drop 60, Hawk 70.
Willis will look to throw it. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have retaken a third quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Complete to Likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Throw right side, put in by Higgins. Powering his way forward. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, it was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Cook again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Seattle. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
To try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This will be taken at the 10. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. A gain of 15.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jackson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be second and a couple. Back to the ground, Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Zach Charbonnet, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
49ers 24. Jack Fox set to kick off.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hawk set, Panther 11, Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Go.
Shotgun snap to Willis. They'll complete this one to Collins.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Come on, 19 Lions. Ready.
From the gun, here's Willis. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Back to throw, Willis. That one complete to McConkey.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's another 49er.
Brooks will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
18, run with. Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Willis looks to pass it here.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Nico Collins
From 4 yards out.
and the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Willis will try and throw for this.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal.
49ers 32.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get it behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
That's another Seahawks first down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that one complete once again to Higgins.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Go.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Hey, middle.
Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Crackle.
Throwing, Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. Willis hits the turf, sliding down and picking up the first. back to throw. He'll get this complete to Collins. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
What a pickup there, and maybe most importantly, he's able to get out of bounds and save their final timeout. So just to break down defensively, you got to find a way to make that tackle in the field of play.
79 Broncos. Let's go.
Willis to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Now Willis. He's got room to roam. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late fourth quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Yep, return it. Hey, middle.
Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here comes 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Jackson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.